100 Days of Gratitude, day 22. And today I'm grateful for, wait, hear me out. This one might sound a little blasphemous in the health food world, but tobacco. Now, hear me out on this. Give you a moment to explain. Tobacco is a herb, just like any other, a very powerful one that comes with, especially smoking, regardless if it's tobacco or whatever you're smoking, a lot of stigma. And that's partly representative of what it has become in modern society. Humans have smoked, do smoke. It's just one of the things we do. And as you, I'm sure, have seen in the old movies and everything, like it used to be so prevalent. I'm not saying that's like a good thing and everybody should be smoking, but there's a real therapeutic value to smoking and a very therapeutic value to tobacco. Now, that being said, it is actually one of the more addictive substances in the world. And I'm speaking from a place of somebody who is, a very occasional smoker. I have never been addicted to tobacco in my life. I've never, when I was a teenager, I tried smoking cigarettes, a couple, like literally. Never enjoyed that, didn't like it. And it wasn't until much later as an adult introduced to, real tobacco. So tobacco, got hijacked by industry and became highly chemicalized, and that, as well as the everything else they added to it, right? The filter, the paper, like everything about a cigarette to me is just totally nasty. But that's very different than naturally grown organic tobacco that can be used ceremonially, be that in some sort of traditional ceremony or just one's own ceremony. And, if it's something that has been in your life and, has caused problems and issues, just like alcohol, it's something that it's a fine line in terms of how, beneficial or detrimental it can be. But yeah, it can be very ritualistic, the idea of, smokers, right? Just regardless of what they're smoking, there's a moment out of one's day. There's a pause, there's a rest, there's a connection to breath. There is, like seeing it, that physical manifestation to blow smoke, to see your breath. There's something actually kind of deeply spiritual and therapeutic about that. And I think there's a place for it in one's life, if so chooses. I'm not an advocate, you should really take up tobacco, start smoking. Not at all. First and foremost, if you do enjoy tobacco, or you're curious about it, or it's kind of come into your realm, like make sure absolutely it's a good quality, organically grown, no additives, and just the leaf. And then typically what I'll do is pick a herbal smoking blend. So it's got mullein, it's got, you can have any number of things, uva ursi, like kind of recreating this idea of the peace pipe and using all these different herbs to be smoked. And like a pipe, one can inhale or not. And yeah, it gives one's a sense of just kind of calming, relaxing. That nicotinamide is very similar to niacin in terms of a flush, a body flush, just opening up those capillaries. It's partly why people get addicted to it, is the feeling, is the sensation. And yeah, I've been very mindful of that. I've never, I've sensed, I can see, how people get drawn into this, but I've always maintained a very strict line with it. And it's not hard for me. So I can say that I'm coming from a space of, respectful use and boundaries with it. And we look at kind of ancient traditions, traditional peoples, and their kind of value and reverence of tobacco as a sacred plant, using it as an offering, either as one is burning, up to the heavens, or sprinkling on the ground. It's often used in exchange when wild foraging. And Yeah, I know it's highly controversial, but anyways, I have an appreciation for tobacco as a plant. It, can be consumed or used in many different ways. Ceremony where literally it's just kind of sprinkled on the ground as an offering, given up. It can be burnt, it can be smoked, it can be inhaled, it can also be chewed, as we know as well, and just kind of like the buzz. But that's a little powerful. I have not. If I was going to do that, I'd want to make my own. And tobacco is actually extremely purgative when you consume it. I had somebody ask me, like, anybody have any got, organic source of tobacco? They're using it for a cleanse. And it's like, whoa, yeah, okay, I'll hook you up. But, be careful because, yeah, if you want to purge, if you want to get things out of your body, just swallow it, or what they were going to do is make a tea out of it. And it was some sort of protocol they had related to the spike protein. So I don't know too much about that, but there are many uses of it as a medicinal herb, as well as a sacred herb. So there we are. What do you think? I know that might be a little controversial in regards to use of tobacco. I definitely had an opinion that it was bad, something to be avoided, and absolutely certain forms of tobacco, in particular anything modern like cigarette, chewing tobacco, all that stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm endorsing. But yesterday my video was on time freedom, and just enjoying that aspect of life again for myself. And I was walking along the path and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna take a moment and just roll a little tobacco, a little bit of herbal smoking blend, mix that up, and just sit and just pause and enjoy the stillness of this absolutely beautiful day. Connect to my body, connect to my breath, and connect to spirit and this beautiful life experience that I get to have. I think that is truly what tobacco offers me. So today I'm grateful for that. What about you? Let me know. Taboo? Did I cross a line here? Or can you see where I'm coming from? 100 Days of Gratitude, day 22. Grateful for tobacco.